I just lost internet altogether, so...
It's a Comcast thing.
Yeah, YouTube just tried to send me to something called Fortnite Fashion Show when your stream ended.
I'm not on Comcast. I'm AT&T.
I'm on AT&T too. Maybe Roll20 is being attacked. All right. Stop it.
So are you ready to interrogate this prisoner?
Well, we lost the GM.
I have returned.
I will speak for the Dragon Man.
He'll tell us everything we want to know.
I am returned.
There you go.
All right.
Let's try that again. The last thing I heard was Jeff saying, "There's my token."
Is that what he said for real?
Yeah, it was 2-3 minutes ago.
Okay, well, we don't need a token, honestly, unless you just need a stat block to resist my Zone of Truth that I'm going to cast over and over again until it succeeds.
You know, let me look. Let me look.
I will cast it over and over again.
I have to reload this stupid page because Roll20. The way that it does it, shit.
Before I cast Zone of Truth, I pull Sir Istval aside, and I ask him, "Can you be bad cop?"
Istval's done bad cop several times.
Can you do it truthfully? Because I'm going to have you stand in Zone of Truth.
My charisma's wait, what?
Wait, what?
I need you to stand into the Zone of Truth so that he really gets that if he doesn't do what we ask, you're going to pluck his fingernails one at a time.
I'm sure that I could twist it around so that I could say that truthfully without actually doing it.
It's Zone of Truth. Okay.
Well, if at that exact moment I'm intending on really doing it, but then I change my mind later, wouldn't that still be a truthful statement?
Sure. You just be very careful with your wording here. We don't want to give anything
All right.
away.
Do I need to roll anything against Zone of Truth?
Oh, you do.
Okay.
And I need to figure out what that is.
Well, I get out my dice.
It is definitely a charisma save, I think.
Look at that. It's a raw roll for the Dragon Man.
Yeah, charisma saving throw.
What's
he
the
has to
DC?
roll a 15.
That's pretty good. Looks like you might get it.
Really?
God damn it, Jeff.
Really? I mean, that's my strong stat too. But okay.
But you know whether each creature succeeds or fails the saving throw, correct?
Yeah, I look at Sir Istval and I just shake my head.
Congratulations. The Dragon Man rolled a 20.
Oh, great.
Okay. I can do this all day. I can cast it again.
Dispel it and cast it again.
Actually, I can't. I only had one of those today. Oh wait, I can use one. I can use a level 3 spell slot to cast it again.
Sure.
I cast it again. Roll that DC again. Jeff, you're already affected. Sorry, man.
All right, you know that he has failed. He really did roll a 20 on that first one.
I believe it. I'm really hoping we get a rest at some point. Because I don't think we've rested since...
No, you haven't,
The
so
elemental fight.
you are undeserving of a long rest at this point.
I give the floor over to Hafen. He's got the good questions. And Sir Istval's got his pliers out.
All right. The first thing I ask is, you said you chose to do this. How? Explain to me how you became this dragon person.
Through the ritual of the blue dragon, the half dragon man says.
You bathed in blood.
I made the call myself. I wanted it. I needed it.
It was hot for that dragon.
Surely there's a way to dispel this this foul ritual.
You want to turn me back into a human?
Yes.
Too bad. It can't happen. Not through the blood ritual. It's a permanent effect. I don't want to go back, he says.
Not through the blood ritual, but some other way.
If there is another way, I do not know of it.
That's kind of expected. He's a minion.
Yeah. Of course he wouldn't know how to undo it.
That's fine. We can pull other things from him.
He's just a mindless fool, is what I say.
A mindless fool.
And you yourself are a fool.
Did you leave behind any family for this?
Nothing matters before the time of the dragon. The dragons will destroy all and bring Tiamat forth, he says.
Not gonna happen.
I wanted to be on the winning side.
So you
Well,
left
you
your family
chose
for
wrong.
dead.
They no longer matter to me.
Did you sell them at the market?
What? No. What kind of dumb question is that?
Then you must have cared for them at some point. Otherwise, you would have sold them before going into your new life.
It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Did you eat them?
No.
Why not?
Yeah.
If nothing else matters.
Because I didn't transform until after I left.
You didn't go back?
I went to the blue dragon's lair, did my blood ritual, transformed, and I have been working for Nimra ever since.
Is this like a
If,
drive-through?
if I wanted to do this ritual, where exactly would I go to get to the dragon's lair?
It's it's deep, deep in the waste, in the cave, somewhere west or somewhere east of here.
You said
I don't quite-
somewhere. You are compelled to say the truth, mister.
Well,
Tell
you
me
guys-
exactly.
well, if you wouldn't interrupt me. But he says it is out east in a cave near a waterfall. I was not the leader, so I did not know the exact way. The leader is over there, and he points to one of the dead bodies on the ground.
We'll wake him up and ask him.
What?
I will remind the party they do have a raised dead scroll.
I have
Yeah, I
a
was
raised
gonna
dead
say-
spell. I can do this myself.
Animate that corpse.
So give me the spell. Or give me the scroll.
It's
And-
in one of your inventories, whoever had it.
Do we want to go ahead and raise dead the leader?
Might as well find out where it is.
When you raise dead, is it just an animated body, or does the person come back to life temporarily, permanently?
God, I have a spell that I could talk to the dead if I would have taken it.
Oh,
Next time we swap out, I'm going to take that spell. We kill too many things without talking to them.
I will say that if the creature's soul is both willing and liberty to rejoin the body, the creature returns to life. So you're taking a gamble with trying to revive something that you're not on friendly terms with.
Well, we could tie it up and hold a sword to his throat.
Well,
That's not going to convince him to come back.
you're trying to convince a soul to come back to a body. I don't think threatening the physical body would really help all that much.
so open the corpse's eyes, make it so it's looking directly at the captive dragon man, and then cast from behind it, so it looks like the dragon man is casting the spell.
So what you're telling me is that the soul is even on the plane with you.
Deception check.
You're going to deception check a soul that's you may not know is there.
Well, he's stupid enough to turn himself into a dragon. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, he can't be the brightest soul on the block.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. If he's in charge, he might be more invested in living to see Tiamat's return. Like, this might be his only chance. This is his only chance of coming back alive. Right?
That you know of, yes.
That we know of. Hey, Dragon Man, is there any other ways for your friend to come back alive other than this? Is there going to be some rebirth or something?
I've heard talks.
Please describe these talks that you've heard.
I've heard some of the other dragon men talking about some of the dragons working with necromancers.
God damn it. One necromancer in particular?
Well, I didn't hear any names, but I just heard that some necromancers were starting to work with the dragons. To what ends, I do not know.
Bless you.
Sean says, Armin is now compelled to raise this captain because it could be his brother they're talking about. I just got to do it. We got to try to bring him back to life. And I will waste that scroll and all 3 spell slots and the additional higher level spell slot to do it. Is everyone ready for me to try that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like for you to do it.
All right. Isty, we got some more rope.
Sure.
All right, let's tie the other one up and hang him upside down on the tree.
Oh yes, that'll encourage him to go back into the body.
I like how basically neutral evil the party is going with some of this stuff.
I will be very good up until a point where my personality traits come into play, and that is my hatred of my enemies is blind and unreasoning.
Definitely a lawful good trait. Blind hatred.
So this corpse is tied up and hanging upside down from a tree. I take the spell scroll, I unfurl it, and I say, "Come back to life, motherfucker."
You're gonna roll me a D100, and you're gonna have to roll really high for it to work.
Excellent. High enough. That was the scroll.
So you're using the scroll?
I'm using the scroll first.
All right. You do your magic thing. You touch the body, hoping that the soul will be willing to return to the flesh. And as you wait, nothing happens.
I slap him a little. The corpse. I want to see if he's faking it.
He's very stiff, like a dead body.
Okay. I'm looking through my spell list right now.
Does anybody have anything else they want to do while Armin is figuring his shit out?
Let's see.
Sorry, Tater got his finger stuck in this Zaxby cup.
Children.
I was like, "Don't do that, baby."
All right, I'm ready to waste spell slots.
Okay. Nobody has any objections to Armin doing that.
I do not.
No.
I think it's our best lead.
I put my hands together and I apply the paddles.
Apply the paddle. Roll me that D100.
It's for the greater good.
Ooh.
Anything?
A 44.
Yeah.
You feel the body pulse a little bit as you place your hands upon it, but otherwise nothing happens.
Apply the paddles again.
One more time. How many times can you do this?
I got one more after this.
After the second spell slot one?
Yes.
Okay, so you can do it 3 times total. Okay. You apply the paddles, and still nothing happens.
All right. This is
Good luck.
so. This last one is also a spell slot I wanted to use for something else.
All right. Well,
So
if you keep in mind that if you rolled a 71 and something didn't happen, How high do you think you have to roll for
I
something?
I have an idea of how I have to roll.
I'm not looking for an absolute 100 here.
I know, but I'm thinking at least 25%. I have a spell called Spare the Dying. that
Spare
says
the dying?
You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. He is not a living creature anymore, is he?
He is dead. DED. You guys really did a number on him.
Does he have burn marks on him?
Yeah, maybe.
I think D did kill one of them with burning hands. Was that right? Do you remember?
I think I used it, but
I'm thinking specifically
I didn't.
about.
No, I didn't kill him. I don't think. I just hit him with it.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just thinking about that goddamn hammer. I want to blame Jeff on this.
Oh, I see.
Definitely. When I hit that dragon man, it just like ruptured. Actually, what is the condition of the corpse currently? Let's
The
just
one
do
hanging
that.
the one hanging upside down.
Yeah, the one we're trying to resurrect. Is it intact?
It's skewered through.
Skewered.
How big a skewer?
You know, like you stab a sword through it, or a lance, or whatever. I don't remember how it died. It was a couple
I mean,
weeks ago.
it's dead, so I guess it doesn't
It's
matter.
dead. It's dead.
I mean, if
DED.
it's skewered, I might use mending to close the skewer.
Well, the soul has still left the body. So.
Yeah.
Well, let's not waste a spell trying to fix the body. Let's just sew it back together. I've got a needle and thread in my pack.
Do you have any other bright ideas, Armin?
So, Armin's conniving plans come to a stop when his brother is mentioned. So,
No one said his brother. No one said that his brother was.
no, he
mentioned.
said necromancer and dragons, and Armin already knows that there is some sort of something there. So I am bound by my belief that my brother is the fault of everything to see it through.
So you're trying your own hand at necromancy to what? Even the stakes?
Shut your mouth. This is no time for logic. So I can burn my last spell slot to try this one more time, or I can try to use this as a conniving plan.
Why don't you? Well, you've already attempted it 3 times, and it has
I
failed miserably.
think I've already done a channel divinity for divine intervention too.
The last time that I remember you doing that was in the that necromancer shrine back in the Misty Forest.
Okay, I will get down on my knees to Tamara and beg for her to grant mercy upon this fallen dragon and bring him back to life so that he may continue to pursue good in the name of Tamara.
What is that? What do you have to do for divine intervention?
I have to roll a percentile dice, and I have to roll a 12 or lower.
Okay. Now keep in mind going into this that you willingly killed the creature.
I
and
didn't
you-
personally.
The party willingly killed the creature, and even if you roll correctly, I should say, not high enough specifically, the goddess Tamara may know your true intentions.
I'm fine with that. Nope, that didn't work.
As you get down on your knees and pray, you lift your hands into the air, but your calls go unheeded.
Could have been bad. Or there any other side effects?
No other side effects. You have any other bright ideas?
Only one, and I don't want to
Oh.
do it.
Only one, and you don't want to do it. Does anybody else have anything before Armin wastes more time?
I'll say enough of this, and I grab the living dragon man and I say, give me one reason to let you live. What do you got? Spill it.
Give me one reason to let you live.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is all
you know what?
happening while I'm
You know what?
praying.
Yeah, but yeah. So on top of, he's gonna tell the truth. Give me an intimidation check on top of that. We want to see how scared he is.
All right.
This is one of your good ones, right?
I don't know.
Charisma, I think.
Uh,
As you thrash him about and say what you said to him, you notice that he soils his pants.
woohoo!
And what was it that you asked him? Sorry.
Give me one reason to let you live. What do you know? Otherwise, you're useless to me.
He starts kind of stuttering and tripping over his own words. He's trying to come up with anything so that you won't kill him. And he mentions one name, and he just says, "I no, you don't need to." Ditex said.
Ditech.
God damn it.
Do you recognize that word?
Yeah.
Okay. So have I gotten what I'm going to get out of him then?
Basically, he's just kind of stammering over his own words.
All right. Well, I'm done with this guy. Y'all want to do something with him?
If you're going to do something, don't ask, just do it so we can deal with it.
Well, he gave me one reason to let him live, so.
That was nice of him. Okay. So here's what I think. I think Ditex works for my brother. And he's tried to kill me twice. And
Well, if you remember way back when, inside the hidden shrine, he specifically said that Hamun sends his regards as he tried to kill you.
yes.
But the warlock, the party warlock at the time, supposedly ended his life right there. But, you know, necromancy is a funny thing.
Right. That's why anyone who's dead doesn't have to be. So, tried
Except
to
for
kill me.
this upside down dragon guy.
Yeah, apparently he's very, very
He's
secure in
dead.
his death. So, that about tells me what I need to know. I can tell you for sure that we're dealing with a necromancer who I think is my brother, and he is sided with the dragons. So, if we kill an ancient dragon, can it be undead?
There is such a thing as a Draco Lich.
I don't know anything about that.
Actually, let me see if it's even in D&D 5e. It's in previous editions. Do you know, Jeff?
Jeff has muted himself, so he can no longer talk to us.
Sorry, well that explains why nobody's been like answering my stuff.
Oh.
Great.
Did you say anything
was-
real good?
Well, I was trying to encourage Hafen to grab one side of the Dragon Man, and I'll grab the other. We would test his out strength, but
I kind of expected you to just chuck him off the cliff.
Well, so to answer Armin's question, Hafen would absolutely know about Draco Liches. Basically, it's the human equivalent of a lich. It's just a dragon lich.
As if a lich wasn't already bad enough.
Or if a dragon wasn't already bad enough.
Right. So why are we talking about this? Did he mention
Oh,
that
with
creature?
dragons and necromancers working together to bring back Tiamat. If we kill an ancient dragon, then the necromancer might just turn it into an undead dragon.
That would take. I mean, I don't know a lot about necromancy, but that would take an extremely powerful necromancer.
Do you know about necromancers putting dwarfs into hammers?
Probably significantly less complicated than raising a dragon from the dead and turning it into a Draco Lich. I mean, just saying.
Do you think Tiamat could give him that power?
That is true. That is entirely possible, actually.
Here's what I think. We need help. We need a lot of help. We need at least someone to help with the elementals. We need maybe someone to turn all these dragon people into humans again. And
That's me again. I thought I turned that off. Hang on, I'm just gonna unplug it. Keep talking.
and then a fire starts. So I have a question actually.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh wait. Sorry, dropped something.
Oh,
I have a question for Istival.
Hmm.
Remember your wizard friend back in Daggerford?
Which one?
He was Rykar's buddy, Dolinair? Dolly?
Yeah, I remember him. A good friend.
Do you know what school of magic he is?
Oh, why he is definitely.
you can only guess.
I'll take whatever I can get.
By reputation, I know that he is definitely a wizard of the.
Go ahead, anything will do.
Which one are we looking for?
I'm not going to tell you.
He is definitely a multi-talented wizard who has many disciplines.
But what's his specialty?
Do you know what his specialty is?
I do not know his specific
How many
specialty.
schools of magic do you know?
Evocation, divination. That's it.
God damn it, Jeff.
At this exact moment, I can only think of those two. Illusion.
I don't want to feed him anything, Scott.
No, that's fine,
Necromancy.
because he wouldn't know.
Do we need to roll a dice to see if you know?
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, technically, East of All is still in the zone of truth, so it doesn't matter. He's telling the truth.
You don't know.
Even if the truth he knows is a lie.
That's true. I'll take whatever I can get, Jeff. You just tell me what you think it is. Except evocation. We know like 18 evocation wizards.
I think he's a conjuration wizard. Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say conjuration was his specialty. He was always summoning up little squirrels from the lower planes all the time. Boy, oh boy, what times we had.
Oh, they're plainly squirrels.
Yeah, extra dimensional squirrels. You know how it is.
Is that something y'all would hunt horseback style? Send the dogs after?
No, we would be drinking in the tavern, and he would summon them and let them loose on the other patrons. It was just in good fun. No one was hurt.
Did they name a inn after these extra dimensional squirrels?
The Chittering Chipmunk, they sure did.
The Chittering Chipmunk.
It's a very fine establishment. It's one of the best in Waterdeep.
So
Or
it's not there
Daggerford.
anymore.
Yeah, Daggerford.
So it still might not be
No,
there
in
anymore.
Daggerford, I'm sorry.
Can we count that as canon?
You're asking me if we can count that as canon.
Yeah, I am.
Is this a disembodied voice that is booming around us now?
Speak to us, God.
Easterwald's kind of looking up like, oh yeah.
Flashback. Delanor and Rykard and Eastaval are all sitting at the what was the name of the tavern?
The Chittering Chipmunk.
The Chittering Chipmunk. Eastaval is several tankards into his beer, and he's drunkenly stammering at Delanor about some politics of the town. And Delanor turns around and pulls a couple of squirrels out of his backpack, his pet squirrels. Eastaval says, "Oh, where'd those come from?" And Delanor says to him, "Oh, I summoned them into this plane."
Oh God, from which layer of the abyss did these ones come?
Oh, these came from the elemental chaos.
Uh,
And then he let them loose.
they just go
Flash forward back to the current party. Drunk Sir Eastaval thinks that they are dimensional squirrels when they really are just regular squirrels. He was just drunk.
He opens his bag and like a pillar of squirrels just comes exploding up out of it, hits the ceiling. All the other patrons in the bar immediately panic as this literal like just column of squirrels just floods the entire bar. Is that part of my memory, or am I just maybe this was a fever dream?
You were very
You
drunk
had
at
a
that
good
point.
that night.
So channeling. Hold on. Let me make sure I can cast this spell. Let me make sure I have spell slots to waste on summoning this squirrel man. I'm gonna post this in chat because I don't know. For which you are familiar. Am I familiar enough with Delanor?
No.
Could I use Jeff to channel it?
You guys talked. You guys, like basically everybody else has talked to Delanor for all of like a couple of minutes. So
Could I channel the spell through Jeff?
we're gonna roll a percentage dice on that. I
Okay.
need you to roll a 50% or better.
With the smell fizzles.
It fizzles.
It fizzles, absolutely.
You want me to go ahead and mark that slot?
Yeah.
Okay. That was one of my very expensive communication spells, guys.
You're just striking out tonight.
Yeah, I'm just blowing through spell slots like it's no tomorrow. He didn't answer. I guess he's busy. Is he always busy?
He's
Yeah.
generally busy doing stuff, yeah.
He's always busy getting into squirrel related shenanigans.
Well, you know what? Let's hit him back again. I got one more spell slot.
You know, one more.
Damn it.
Well, I guess we've run out of leads. Our adventure ends here.
I got one more. I got one more good one. I got
No,
one
this
more
is-
good plan.
This is a good place to just set up a village. We could just start over up here.
We should start a wizard school.
I can plow the fields.
The rocky fields
Yeah.
on the mountainside.
We'll grow rock trolls.
Okay. So I've got one more idea about summoning aid. and I want to use this spell.
Oh my god.
Wow. What the heck is this?
I want to beseech an otherworldly entity for aid.
Is that a 6th level spell?
It is.
The being must be known to you, a god, a primordial, a demon prince, or some other being of cosmic power.
You have access to a 6th level spell?
I do.
Wow.
I have one 6th level spell slot that I'm about to burn.
Paul says, wow.
You know one god, but I don't know how helpful he can be in this situation.
I
Well,
feel like-
Armin knows multiple gods.
Yeah.
He knows 3. Armin knows 3 gods and has interacted with 3 gods.
So I would like to petition Azuth
Oh.
to summon Davril,
Oh.
because I know Azuth. I actually know Davril. And if I can't have a transmutation or a conjuration wizard, I might as well have someone that can blow shit up.
Let me read this whole thing even real quick. I don't need to pay attention to that part or that part.
And if that motherfucker charges me 10,000 GP per day, I don't want nothing to happen. I don't want anything to do with it. He knows I'm broke.
Yeah, that's the catch of this, because you're summoning a planar ally, but in the case that you know with Davril, it is a special kind of situation.
It is. He also knows I'm broke, so he knows I can't afford it.
Okay, so all right, so you're going to beseech to Azuth.
I shout out with my I guess my holy symbol's on my chest with the necklace thing. I grab it and I shout out,
Sure.
Azuth, send down your boy. We need some help.
Down.
Send down your boy. It's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all you say. Send down your boy.
Yeah, that's all I say. And that's me on spell slots, guys. I got a couple level 4s and that's it. I guess I could have sending him. No, I can't even. I could have cast sending to him first and be like, hey, accept this phone call.
Okay. You send out your boy. All of a sudden, Armin just in front of the rest of the party blinks out of existence and appears in a white space in front of Azuth the Almighty.
Didn't think you'd get to use this one again, did you?
Azuth looks down upon you and he says, "Send down your boy." What?
That's my catchphrase for conjuring a god to ask a
What do you request of me, mortal?
I would love.
I've already given you not one, but 2 decks of many things.
I was dead when that happened.
But your friends weren't. What more could you require of me?
I would love for your spawn Davril to join us in the fight against Tiamat once more.
Davril. Davril is one of my most powerful wizards. If I send him to you, I will require something of you.
We did save him. But
I can also save him.
okay, well go ahead and name your price.
The price will not be named now, but I may call upon it later. Do you agree?
I'm fine with that. Problem for another day.
That sounds like
For
future
later.
Armin's.
Yeah, that sounds like future Armin's problem.
Azuth holds up his fingers, and he snaps, and you're back at... where is the map? You're back at the mountain pass. with the rest of the party. You blink back in. It's only been like 10 seconds you were gone.
Does everyone see me blink back in?
Yeah,
I
you
strike
blinked
a
out and
pose.
blinked back in. Boom.
I strike a disco pose.
Strike a JoJo pose.
Yes.
Nice showmanship.
I've been watching Yolanda. I've learned something.
It's all about the charisma.
That's not my dump stat, is it? It's not
I
my
looked
best
at mine.
stat.
Mine is intelligent. I have a 0 intelligence.
Like a +0 to your intelligence.
Or a -5.
Yeah. +0.
-5 would have been way more fun.
Now, shortly after Armin pops back into existence, another character spawns in directly next to him. The rest of the party knows him as Davril Silverkin, the evocation boom boom explodey wizard.
Gasp.
And he looks around. And he's like, what is going on?
I talked to your boss. He transferred you to my department for the duration of this problem.
Davril just says, you didn't agree, did you?
I didn't what? You broke up.
Says you didn't agree to it.
You broke up again.
He
Did
says
you agree to it?
He says you didn't agree to it, did you?
I absolutely did.
Well, all right, that's your choice.
This is a big enough problem to where we need all our guns.
He says, well, you're up shit creek now.
Yeah, you're up shit creek now. For realsies. Because we're going to go kill an ancient dragon.
You summoned me here to kill an ancient dragon with the rest of you.
I don't know that many wizards, man.
Davril looks around at the rest of the party and he says, we cannot take an ancient blue dragon like this.
I'm aware.
It will kill us.
I'm aware.
Well, what's your plan?
Hold on one sec.
Okay. So as Armin looks over and starts drooling at the mouth.
Sorry, got distracted. My wife brought the dog in because she's being crazy.
Crazy dog.
Because the dog or your wife is being crazy?
The dog.
Dog.
Absolutely the dog.
Davril interjects. Well, I was on the way with your sidekick friends to go check out what happened to Edwin and Uros. We had tracked them down to this place called Cragmaw, just south of
Cragmaw?
Cragmaw Castle. Yeah, south of
Cragmaw
the elf town that
Castle.
we were in.
Cragmaw Castle is a very different location.
Or I'm sorry, Dragonspear
Okay.
Castle.
I was about to flip my shit and be like, oh shit, she's going there? I'm sure they'll be fine on their own. I hope I haven't derailed something now, actually, out of character. I've sentenced our sidekicks to their death. So we need more guns.
Bigger guns. All right. Well, as it currently stands, we don't stand a chance. We will get our shit pushed in,
Well, we're gonna
literally and figuratively.
We've got an idea. So first of all, this is a Taz. I want you to talk to yourself, Scott. That's why I'm introducing one of your characters to another one.
Why, hello, Ataz. Why,
Oh, whoa.
hello.
Should we go collect our other friends?
They are on the other side of the world, basically.
Mm.
The sidekicks, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 300 miles to the west, man.
I'll be right back.
Anybody know a good eagle?
He had a ranger once.
The
Yeah.
ranger has gone missing with another wizard.
Oh, I was talking about a different ranger.
Oh,
Is there an elf town nearby?
Let's say you're talking about Smokine, weren't you?
I
yeah,
am.
yeah, he was. Yeah. An elf town nearby.
Yeah.
Well, to your knowledge, the only elf town that you knew of was the one that you came from.
Wait, real quick, Sean, is your goal right now to make us both play both old characters and current characters at the same time and form our parties together?
If we're gonna kill an ancient dragon, we gotta have a big party. We gotta have like a mega party. This is the Avengers team up episode.
I
I'm
like
pretty
it.
sure
I like
that
it.
I think Yolanda and Smokine would not get along.
I think that would be great to watch you fight with
Fight with
yourself.
myself.
Actually, I was rescued by Vapine at one point. Would it be?
Were you?
I was.
It was.
I think it would be. I think it would make sense if we had chit-chatted about where we were from on our way back.
I think Smokine has told you before where she was from.
Yeah, I'll leave that little backstory chat to you two on that.
So I would love to roll a dice to see if they're close enough to call upon
Call upon how?
via sending spell.
Via ascending spell. Well, I mean, was there a range on it? Sending, I don't think had a range, did it?
I can send
The
it.
range says literally unlimited width. You just have to be familiar with the
You
creature.
can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence.
Yeah, see? As long as you know. I swear I turned that thing off.
Like it'll just keep doing it if the battery's dying.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Whatever. Yeah, as long as you're familiar with the creature. Like, you weren't too terribly familiar with the other people you were trying to send to. So, but
Right.
you're very familiar with the old party and Vapine, right?
Yes. So I would love to. For this to work, they have to be close. I mean,
Okay.
not the sending location close, but like they have to be close enough to be able to help at all.
Right.
So we haven't talked about where they're from.
This is hard to do without a big old map for me to look at because
Oh, sure. Hang on. Let's pull you over. Is that big enough? Is that good enough? No, that is not. Actually, yes. No, that's not.
What,
because
are we
that's
at-
off.
should we start calling Clay and Pikey and be like, hey, y'all want to come play a few games?
Absolutely not. They're not allowed back in. I'm kidding.
I was about to say, ow, shit.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. So,
So I know it's a little blurry when you zoom in, but I couldn't find a higher quality version of this map.
I know we're at the Red X.
Yeah, you guys are at the Red X.
Not
and
currently?
Not there's two Red X's. We're at the
Oh, is
small
there?
Red X.
Oh yeah, you guys are here.
okay, we're here. Where is Waterdeep?
Waterdeep
It was
is
over here, right?
here.
Oh, yeah.
That's Waterdeep right there.
I mean, she lives in the High Forest. That's what I couldn't remember the name and all that, but she's from High Forest.
The High Forest? Okay, yeah, that's directly north of where you guys are now. But at this rate, to
Specifically remember going to the north, too, because we were heading to the forest.
I believe, yeah. So, boy, this is a different. This map is laid out just a touch differently from the official Wizards of the Coast map. I think this is an older
Okay.
map. I think this is like a in terms of what year it is in the lore of the land. It's earlier,
Right.
but everything it's weird. I'm looking at this one here.
Is it which book is it?
I'm looking at the Sword Coast Adventure Guide.
You know they haven't built Roll20 stuff for that yet?
For what?
For the swag.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't think it offers enough like
No,
functional
it's literally
content.
It really doesn't. It's more lore based stuff for DMs to use. Like, hey, if you want to use this, here's a little bit of information about it.
I know it gives some backgrounds for characters and maybe
For-
some
Yes, it does.
classes, not classes, but races,
Yes, races like, yeah,
but nothing you couldn't just like slap together in the custom fields.
exactly. Yeah. Like here's something for clerics, and it's got the divine domain and some spells and some other stuff, arcane banishment, all that kind of stuff. But nothing that you couldn't find elsewise. It's got a few different alphabets to use.
That sounds awful. I would never want to have to write in another alphabet. Unless it was like a
Oh.
font.
I mean, I've already done it for some future content.
That sounds. Did you do it by hand or did you like?
No,
Okay, like I know the. So
I found some stuff online that people had programmed this shit into. So you type it in English and it gives it to you in the
Okay.
translate in the font or whatever, or the closest thing. Most stuff online when you translate to Elvish, it does it to Lord of the Rings Elvish, and I'm like, that's good enough.
We wouldn't know the difference if we saw it.
Yeah.
I know the guy that made Eurohomes, he created his own language or he contracted it out or something. He had it created as a font that he can import into a text editor.
That's how you do it right there. But
So does the map of the Sword Coast kind of give us a workable distance between where we are and where they are? Where they could be located?
So thankfully the Sword Coast map in the swag book is big enough that basically right now you're in the middle of it.
Okay. Well, it's the Sword Coast. There's only so much of it before it's not the Sword Coast and it's the other
Yeah,
side of the
like this map I believe is basically all of Faerun, all of it.
Yeah.
So the Sword Coast goes until about, so based on this map, let me draw a box around what the Sword Coast is.
Jesus, that's a giant ass map. This is why it's not like. This is why it's pixelated.
Yeah, I couldn't, like I said, so funny enough, if you go to the Wizard of the Coast website, they have like a 50 megabyte version of this map, and it's super detailed, but then this one is not so much. So
We could. Maybe I'll get the 50 meg and I'll cut it down. So we can drop it in here.
how far south? Forest of Tithir. So that would be what the Sword Coast covers, basically.
That's actually enough. I think.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
So,
Actually goes, I'm sorry, it goes a little bit further down. Can I resize this? Yeah, I can. It actually covers all that, too.
how many miles are they away from us? That's what I need to know.
Oh,
How
yeah, I
long would
can
it
tell
take
you
for
that.
them to get to us?
So if they were we'll say if they were in the south end of the High Forest, about 100, 150 miles.
That's not bad.
So like a week worth of travel.
150 miles?
Yeah. Elves are fast. They run real fast, right?
Yeah, but a week? Nah, they'd be quicker than
No,
that.
it wouldn't take a week to go 150 miles.
Mm-mm. You could walk 150 miles in. You know, let me pull that chart up. There's a table for this.
They got to take all those vape breaks, though.
Vaping especially.
Yeah, the nice things about vapes is you can do it while you go.
Oh, while you run. You can really do
That's-
that? That's a good idea.
True.
I wish that was a good idea, but
Where did Jeff run off to? Did he just say be right back?
He did.
yeah. Assume it was something baby related.
Diaper explosion.
Yeah.
Right up the back.
I do not miss those days.
Yeah, you can move. You can
Oh,
move.
Sean, the look of death in your eyes.
I'm
You can
so
move
happy
30
to be a parent
you can
twice.
move
It's gonna
30,
be fun.
30 miles a day. It says.
So they get there in 5 days. You know, I'll tell you this. I'm not going to fight an ancient blue dragon with like 0 fucking spell slots that I got right now.
Well,
We'll probably take a nap.
I doubt you'd be even able to find the blue dragon within a day. To be honest.
Well, that's why we're calling out a ranger who can hunt in the desert.
2 is mostly forest.
Definitely
So,
desert. I think
Yeah, blue dragons are known to nest in the desert, make their layers out there.
Mm-hmm.
she was like underground and forest, wasn't she?
think so.
That's her preferred terrain, right? She can work in other terrains.
I'm trying to also open Return to Daggerford and look at her old character sheet.
Return to Daggerford?
I think she was there
Return
on
to
that one.
Waterdeep?
Oh no, Return to Daggerford. That was the one that I was making. And then it didn't happen.
Da, 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 I don't wanna be messed up. Yeah, from a we can keep it moving standpoint, it doesn't matter what she's good at. I want all the people I can get, and I want people I can trust.
Yeah, I'm
And
just curious.
Her and Vapine are people I can trust. So Scott, I want to do sending spell.
Okay.
Do I want to talk to myself as Vapine, or do I want to talk to Smoking?
I will talk as Smoking.
You can
fine.
talk as either one of them if you want.
Vapine is my character.
No, I'm not good at vaping. He's too foppish.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead with that.
Oh, it's got to be a short message of 25 words or less.
Yep.
And I can respond to it, or how is this?
The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes me, and can answer immediately in the same manner. I'm counting out the number of words in my message. Yo, we gonna kill a dragon at the mountain. What mountain are we in? Do we know the name of the mountains?
Grey Peak.
Is Grey Peak one word or 2 words?
1.
Love that.
It's hyphenated, so it's 1 word.
Oh, okay, I'm typing it out so I can know. Okay. Yo, we gonna kill a dragon at Grey Peak Mountains. You in? That's 11.
You've got 14 more words.
Or you just want to leave it without
I don't need
context?
14 more words. I blast those 11 words across the ether.
Do they get read in my head that way? Like, yo, we are about to kill a dragon.
Actually, I had 2 more words. Love Armin.
Hang on, I'm gonna go take care of this stupid beeping. You guys figure that out.
Smoking is currently lounging in a tree in the high forest, chatting with her brother. By chatting, I mean arguing back and forth. Keeping an eye out on the terrain, being on patrols. When I hear Armin's voice booming in my head, yo, we gonna kill a dragon, you and love Armin. Smoking just shakes her head. Looks at Vapine. Brother, remember the those old lovely humans I used to travel with.
Do I get to be Vapine now?
Sure.
Yes, sister. I do. They were so interesting.
I have a funny feeling that they might have just started the end of the world. Which, is this really that surprising?
The end of the world was going to happen anyway with those undead abominations and the wizards running about.
Yes, but I feel like they might be speeding things along because just got a little from Armin saying that they're going to hunt a dragon. And I can't think of any good logical reason why they would be hunting a dragon right now.
I mean, maybe the dragon was an asshole.
Well, aren't most.
That sounds reason enough to me. But what does that have to do with us?
I think back to Armin. What have you done?
I don't think I could respond.
Wait, even with your 12 words?
It only says I get to send a message and you get to send a response.
But you didn't tell me where... Oh, wait, did you say Greybeak?
Yeah, I did say Great Peak. I said this. 1 second.
Okay.
My cat is being a jackass.
Well, then I think back to him. I'll come meet you there, but no promises.
Sorry, my cat was being an asshole.
She thinks back to you. I'll meet you there, but no promises.
Armin just grins. He is a blundering fool. He can be found easily by tracking. So that adds 2 to our numbers. How are we looking on a scale of we're going to kill a dragon?
I'm also assuming that means I need to redo Smokeen over here as the 12th level and figure out what a 12th level ranger is.
We'll ask Scott what he wants to do about that.
Oh, if Smokeen's coming, I'm playing her.
Well, I don't know what he wants, what he'll allow stat-wise. Because, I don't know. Figure it out. I have one more sending spell to recruit one more character.
Do you want me to send one of them a message and see if either of them are interested?
I
But
kind
we
of
wouldn't find that out about tonight.
I want to get a 2-for-1 special. I want to send it to Numeragaz.
Yes.
Because he's on another plane of existence, so it might solve the problem of where he is.
So where is Numeragaz again? That's right. He stepped through the mirror and we don't really know where he went.
Right. So while you were gone, we recruited Davril, and we recruited Smokeen and Vapine, and I want to recruit. I think Numeragaz makes the most sense, right?
Yeah, let's bring him back in. Dragon Man, kill.
Oh, God. Wait, okay. So we will have the DM also being our wizard.
Yes. And another wizard. He'll be 2 wizards.
We're going to have the perky, charismatic monk gladiator with the very cynical, very bitchy ranger. And we will have the smartest person who's ever been in our group. And no offense against Numeragaz, but the dumbest character that's ever been in our group.
None
Not the
taken.
same person.
None taken.
Time to stretch our creative legs, I guess.
And then we'll also have Vapine and a cleric.
Now, who assumed Vaping would come along?
I just assumed that he would come along. And of course we'll have Hafen. We'll find you another character to play, don't you worry. How many does? Oh, here's Scott. Here's my chance to ask the fun question.
Okay, what's up?
I have one more sending spell.
Okay.
Smoking has responded that she will try to be there.
Okay.
I can send sending over multiple planes of existence.
Correct.
So I'm curious what would happen if I sent it to Numeragaz.
That's a very good question. You know him. He is. What is it? With an intelligence score of at least 1 to understand,
So he's not that dumb.
any distance, and even to other planes of existence. But if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive. So you will have to roll, and if
Yeah.
you get a 5 or less, that's it.
Right.
So
I don't-
yeah, you can absolutely send it to him.
I don't know if he would be able to join us from where he is.
You never know until you ask.
But my thought process is he's like a 2-for-1 special. If we summon him, we also get Numi Aetherguard, and Jeff has to play 3 characters.
Right.
That's
Jeff,
a stretch.
what kind of Numeraga's was a bronze dragon, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, bronze dragon man.
That's a
That is what
goodly
he
one,
was.
right?
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
they're metallic. The chromatic dragons are the bad ones.
Okay, and
Yeah.
they probably are. They probably don't like the other dragons, the bad ones.
They're not on the best terms, probably. Safe to say.
So if I focus on Numi, on Numeragaz, but Numi Aetherguard is at the wheel, does it still receive?
Because Numeraga's is the vessel, I would say yeah.
Okay. So this
You
is
still have that 5% though.
okay. Do you want me to roll first or type message first?
We're gonna have you type the message first. I want you to send that message first.
Okay. You want me to? Do I get to know if it's not received?
Well, he gets to respond, doesn't he?
But not if it's a miss.
You won't know if you roll a 1.
Okay. I'm fine with that. 1d100. Oh, I've been real bad at rolling today, guys.
But it still went through. You had to roll a
22.
5 or less. Wait, it didn't scroll down. Okay, yeah, so you're fine.
Okay. Yo, we gonna kill a dragon at Gray Peak. I know that's 11. Yo, your boy Armin here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What color? Blue. I think Blue Dragon might inspire him a little more.
Yeah.
This is what I say. Yo, your boy Armin here. We're gonna kill Blue Dragon at Gray Peak Mountains. You in? This is an extra special case of if he can respond or if he can't. Because he is.
I would think that Numeraga's would definitely be in for that. He hates dragons.
He is a dragon.
Not actually a dragon.
My concern is not whether he'd want to, is whether he can, because I don't know where he is.
You receive a message immediately back.
Oh, that's fun. That sounds like Numi Aether cards at the wheel.
Naturally.
Okay. Okay. All spell slots down. I don't think this one is going to be relevant. I can't scry. My thought process is going to be Blue Dragon Lair. I wish he would have specifically said Ancient Blue Dragon Lair, but we can scry on his location after I take a break. After I take a long rest, I can scry on him and find out where exactly he is.
So, you realize that it may or may not be safe to rest on the mountainside.
I mean, I don't think it's safe. I think we're going to go back to his shack and have a drink with Wim.
Okay, let's go back to civilization. Let's get off of this.
No. We can't get too far because... Holy shit, how would Smokeen track me?
We're waiting for people to
Because
find
we
us.
teleported here. I'm sure she'll figure it out.
Oh, great.
So you're going
Oh.
to go back to the teleportation pad?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should go to the teleportation pad and rest for the night. They won't make it here in one night, obviously.
At the teleportation pad.
No, I mean, we should teleport back to a house.
Oh, I see.
And I think we would teleport back and forth for a number of days, waiting for reinforcements to arrive.
Sure.
And then once they did, we would discuss our plan. Does that sound fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the party heads back to the teleportation pad to go back to Ataz's lair, or his little house,
Lair.
his little lair in the
Cozy
basement.
little shack.
He gets onto the pad and he says, "All right, well, let's head back. We can rest. We can do everything we need to and prepare." And he speaks the command word, Serena, and nothing happens.
Oh, God damn it.
He looks at the ground again. He checks the glyphs on the ground. He double checks. He triple checks. He gets back up and says, "Serena," and nothing happens.
What's going on, boss man?
Well, my pad isn't working. It's two ways. It works the same way that you used to get here, but if one of them is destroyed on the other side,
Oh, we did that.
Emmett win.
then we can't go back to where we came from. We're kind of here now.
Are we gonna have a nighttime combat as the sun sets? The trolls start coming out of the rock trolls.
Rock golems start climbing over the ridge
The rock trolls. They start
surround-
singing.
and surround the party.
They start singing.
They start wailing just like that.
What do they start wailing? Wailing to the tune of what?
Like a little baby.
He's a bit of a fixer-upper. He's got a
But it seems that the teleportation pad is not working.
Hmm.
You know, shaking baby syndrome is a thing.
It's not a real. That's pseudoscience.
For sure it's not.
Okay. I've done all the work so far. Y'all do something. Armin's taking a break.
Excuse me.
Well, we're gonna have to figure out a way to get off of this mountaintop, right?
Yeah. Well, there is a path to the south.
That's a goal for... We got to stay near the Grey Peak Mountains so that our comrades can find us.
Right. Now, when when specifically Eastaval fell off the side of the mountain, and there's the forest down below, perhaps the party could find a way down that way.
Like
Not
straight
all
down.
of us could run down a mountain.
Just run down it. I mean, Yolanda can do it. The rest of the party can, right?
I mean, we can run real fast and then terminal velocity and then splat.
Yeah.
Does somebody know Featherfall?
Nope, because I said I didn't want it. Well,
No,
I
I'm
think
sure.
Nathan does, but
Hey,
I'm
I
sure if you look.
Yeah, I have Featherfall and I have Dimension Door.
could I try and carry it all down?
how about we just Featherfall? That sounds way safer than you running up and down a mountain multiple times, bringing one of.
Well, remember, it's high enough that Featherfall does not cover the entire drop.
How much of the drop would it cover?
Now, I said that it is about half a mile to the ground, so
Yes.
that's roughly 1,500 feet.
Okay. How fast
And I
do
think
we fall?
Featherfall. I think Featherfall only works up to 60 feet.
Let's see.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Please correct him.
60 feet.
How many feet did you say it was that down there?
60.
1,500.
How is this a first level spell? How many spell slots you got, Brett?
You'd have to cast it over 10 times. In fact, 10 times would only get you 600 feet. Roughly half the distance.
Yeah.
It's not looking.
You
good.
do have rope. You could look for another path down the mountainside.
Can we look around where this teleport pad is?
You want to just kind of look, investigate around it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what you looking for?
Are these rock cliffs around us, around the teleport pad, or?
So specifically, you had the path that you went up here to the north that took you to the mountain pass. That you saw the forest overhead with with the river and all that junk. Before you went around to the northwest to where the elemental stuff happened, and then it might be hard to see unless you're zoomed out far enough. But there is a path that leads south.
I thought we went the path south.
No, you
What's
guys
one?
went north.
I thought we went south too. Let's want
Oh.
want to wander south and see what's down there for a second.
I'm super drained at this point. If we get into shenanigans, there ain't gonna be much healing.
Can I investigate if there's anywhere we could kind of safely hole up around the teleport pad?
I mean, you always can. You can always strike a fire and all that stuff. Do a rest, but there's always the chance of a random encounter.
I mean, that might be our best shot if you're too tired to go anywhere.
I mean, I can
mean,
walk, but
yeah.
if we get in danger, I don't have a lot of heals, and I think we're not all full up right now.
How does the fact that we level affect that? Because right now it says I'm full up just because I
Yeah,
leveled.
it says I'm full
Right.
up too.
Yeah, we did. We just lost.
You did level up after the battle,
Yeah.
but for the
Because
sake
I
of
have
it,
60
but for
points to
the
play on.
sake of it, you can take a long rest here.
Long rest after the last battle.
Y-
We're fresh out of the last battle, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. You did all that stuff with the Dragon Men, and then you've come down here to return. And at this point, you're just like, we just need a rest. Need to refresh everything. Everything doesn't automatically always fill back up upon level up, especially, I guess, in this kind of situation. You will need to rest.
Let's do that then. Let's just rest and keep watch and try to get through the night.
So you're the only one that only needs 4 hours. Everybody else needs a full 8. So
All right.
okay. So if you guys are gonna strike a fire,
maybe not just yet. Let's
Okay.
investigate this area to see if I'm curious. if this area is only commonly tread by Ataz. Is it Ataz?
Yeah.
Ataz, have you ever seen anything else up here other than yourself?
Not really. I've only been coming up here recently. So, through passive, you can see, through passive perception, you see what you see on the map. You see a lightly treaded path to the north from what Ataz was doing, and it's very overgrown to the south, and you can clearly tell that no one has come or gone that way in quite some time.
Okay. Well, that'll change when we light the fire.
Fire's lit.
Fire's lit.
Fire is lit.
Time
The
to go.
angry Buddha man comes to life.
All right.
We won't survive a fight with a stone golem.
Lightning bolts shoot from his eyes.
Hey, is that your stone golem, Ataz? Did you make him? Why is he shooting lightning at us?
So, at the 4-hour mark, I assume Hafen will take first watch.
Sure.
Okay, well, at the 4-hour mark, roll me a d20 raw.
D20 in the rough.
Is up good or down bad? Who knows?
Who knows?
Whoops.
That's it.
Roll 1d20.
Perfect.
That's it.
He did it.
Perfection.
We win.
Okay. The first 4 hours are very uneventful as you watch the fire.
But the second 4 hours.
All right, I'm meditating.
Okay.
Who wants to take second watch?
Who does Hafen wake up?
I'll take second watch.
Second watch. All right, Yolanda. Give me that d20 roll.
Oh. I'm changing up spells also.
Yeah, you can do that since you're doing a full 8. The second 4 hours go completely uneventful. You have made it through the 8 hours with no encounters from any undesirables. Your spell slots, your spell slots are not full. All of your class changes now take full effect, or not class changes, but level up takes full effect.
Also, while I was resting, refilled the pyramid with. We'll just do 3 magic missiles again.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, it is, early morning at this point.
Okay.
Everybody's rested.
Perfect. I've done a thing. Maybe.
A thing has been done.
A thing has been done. Since I have spell slots and a chance to recommune with my god and pick up different spells, I ditched one spell to specifically pick up Speak with Dead.
Sorry, you're gonna reconvene with your god?
No, I mean, when I do my rest and I can swap out spells, I just call it reconvening with my god.
Okay.
I don't think it actually is that. I dropped a spell to pick up Speak with Dead. We can go talk to that corpse now.
Okay.
Okay. Do y'all want to go talk to the corpse as a team? Or am I wandering off in the middle of the night by myself? Because I'll do that.
Wander into the middle of the night.
You
Why don't you
really
wander
want to
by yourself?
You really want to talk to that dead dragon man.
He's still hanging there.
He's still hanging there because he's very dead.
He's just hanging around.
I walk up to him and I slap him because I'm annoyed at all the spell slots I wasted on him.
Impudent corpse.
Before I cast this spell, and I would know by looking at him, does he have a mouth still?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a prerequisite for this spell. Just want to make sure that a hammer didn't blow it off or something.
Or it hasn't rotted away.
It's only been a day.
Hey, I don't know. They're afflicted with magical transformation. It could be different, you know. Just saying.
The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse, blah, blah, blah. Are you familiar with it now?
Corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer
Unless
if
you.
you're hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy.
What about Zen of Truth?
That's not going to work on this.
Just trying to think of a creative workaround. That's all.
Okay, well, we have our friend here with us, the captive. So I cast the spell on him. And I say, "Hail and well met, friend. That was quite the epic battle you fought."
That's not a question.
It's not. Just try small talk.
Hail and well met, friend.
I would love for you to impart some wisdom on me. And hopefully we can return your friend here to his home. Do you know the wizard Hamun Cost?
The dragon repeats with a one-word answer. Armin.
That's interesting. So, 4 more questions. Do you wish for your friend to survive this? And I point to his comrade.
I cannot see.
You are going to be useless, aren't you? I'm glad you didn't answer that question.
Well, I figured that was out of character.
No, Armin would totally say that.
You have 3 more questions.
Any ideas, guys?
What are you trying to figure out now?
No, says the dragon man.
Fucking anything. We've got a corpse that we can't trust to ask questions of.
Can I use a charisma check on a spirit?
Absolutely not.
He has
Not
nothing
in
to fear from
not
you.
Not in this capacity. No.
What do we want this thing to tell us?
Anything useful about what we're going to
So
fight.
you have 3 questions. So
He knows my name. I don't think I said it during the fight. But you know what? He might have picked it up from some god while I failed to cast that spell 3 times in a row. So who knows? I'm going to assume it's because he knows Hamun.
Where is the blue where is the ancient dragon?
you say, where is the ancient dragon?
Yes.
Wait.
No waiting. It's already been done.
Yeah. Desert. Waterfall.
There we go. Desert waterfall.
We've got 2 left.
2.
Do you take prisoners?
We kill all, he replies.
Even dragon men?
Friend or foe. You see the body gloss over as a aura dissipates from the body. All 5 questions have been answered.
I have a concern, guys. They don't take prisoners. They kill friend and foe. I don't know what's going on with Numerages, but he might just be dead.
Well, he answered, so you know that he's alive.
Yes. Well,
He even said, what did he say at the end? The last 5 words?
time is not an issue. Holy shit, he might have changed sides.
Maybe he's been transformed into something else. Maybe he's some kind of like chimera, like giant dragon hybrid now, and he's just like the odd head out that just kind of always is like, all right, whatever.
Like,
Okay,
I kind of assumed he would become some emissary of death on the other side when the skeleton hand pulled him through. So, I have no idea what's going on there.
I'm sure you did when you originally planned for that. But
I know,
things
but
have changed.
I never thought this would happen. So,
I think
So-
that stupid thing is in the attic. I pulled down all of the other ones in the house, and none of them are beeping, and it's still beeping. Anyway, sorry, what was that, Jeff?
Oh, I was just gonna say, there's probably a corpse in the attic clutching a dead fire alarm.
Probably.
So you should go investigate.
and that'll be the last we see of you.
All right.
If we're gonna,
You got your 5 questions out. Kills friend or foes. He said desert waterfall. Did you glean any more useful information out of them, or did you waste those other 3?
I think he's a jerk.
Well, you guys
He-
did kill him.
I mean, I was trying to be nice. I tried
Well,
to butter him
We
up a little
tried to
bit.
walk past them, and then they decided to attack us.
That's true.
Yeah. They started that fight.
He knew my name, which is interesting. I don't remember saying it in front of him.
You must be famous.
Only to certain people.
Yeah. Those who want you dead.
Well, yes.
It does seem to be an increasing number of people, though.
Well, we do a lot of terrible things, I guess. You know, killing undead and dragons.
Well, I mean, are you sure he said your name?
He could have said Nimrod's name backwards, for all I know.
That's a fair point.
He was upside down. Is that a thing?
He was upside down.
So, do we want to stumble down the mountain and hope that smoking and vaping maybe find us?
We told them to come here, right?
We did.
I think we should. Huh.
Are they on their way right now?
Yes.
So are they traveling by foot?
They're traveling by
So
eagle.
By foot. So by this
Yeah.
point, they've already traveled about 30 miles. If they're going by foot, one would assume that they would hopefully find horse, which would
They're
let them go a little bit further.
They
They're on
travel
a
by
death
ostrich.
march.
They're riding snails.
About how far do they have to go?
About 150 miles.
Left?
Oh, left? No,
Yeah.
about 120. So
Yeah, but they are on a forced death march. They are marching night and day. No stopping, no sleeping.
So you told them that you were at the top of the Grey Peak Mountains. They know to come right here.
We didn't say that. We
Okay.
said we gonna kill Blue Dragon at Grey Peak Mountains.
We gotta kill a blue dragon at Great Peak Mountains. You win. You know, you had 12 more words.
He had 12 more words.
I can always cast that spell again today.
Dragon kill comes soon.
FYI, we're here.
Are we on
So
the
you don't wanna-
north side or the south side of the mountains?
So the way that you're looking, so let me draw you a little compass just to help you out here. So looking out this way would be considered east. So your north is going to be this way.
Okay, so they're kind of northwest.
Yeah. So looking at thinking about the map, because this is due east, so they're like that way, and they are coming this way, basically.
Maybe we
Somebody
should
here.
check that south path.
Yeah, you could meet us sort of at the edge of the mountain. Do you know how pissed off Smokey's gonna be if she has to find you after that weak ass?
If she has to climb a mountain.
I
So
think
if we
it'll be
look at
hilarious.
if we look at the mountain, or if we look at the map here, select move. Yeah. So you guys are currently here,
Wait,
looking out at this little area here, and they're coming from the high forest. So they're like northwest, basically coming towards you. So
Okay, so we need to go north and go down.
So it looks like to get to you without having to cross over the mountain, they'd have to cross through the Fallen Lands.
I don't think we're ready to do that one shot.
Well, doesn't mean anything's there waiting for them. They're sneaky. They're rangers. They know how to get around shit.
It might be easier if you just sort of wait at the edge of the path if you're gonna try and meet them, than go and meet them.
Where's the desert and the waterfall at, kinda?
So you don't know where the desert waterfall is, because that's all he said, desert waterfall.
Right.
So the desert is basically, since it doesn't show up too well on here,
Is it
basically
all that blue line and the X?
it's basically all of this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, there's a body of water.
There is.
The Empire of Shadow. That sounds like a great place to go die.
But
I mean-
that doesn't mean the waterfall will be there. That's just big enough to show up on a map,
So we're here, right?
Yeah, you're at that little X there.
And they're here.
Yeah.
What is at?
So why don't we
Attacks.
just come down to this river and meet them, and then head that way?
You're gonna do. I'm sorry. What now?
If they're headed towards us, we could meet them somewhere around here at this river, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Is there? Do we see any signs of life over in this area? Like, we're on top of a mountain. Do we see any?
No, you're in the hard. Okay, so
Okay.
roll me a perception check. Or actually, not a perception check. Give me an investigation.
I was really hoping that perception. Investigation is not my good stat. Oh.
So as you pan out over, nice. As you pan out over the forest in front of you, you see way off in the distance a kind of a broken tower just slightly sticking up out over the trees. It's from the distance out, it looks to be about 20-30 miles out. It looks to be on the far edge, but it is what looks like a structure but broken just above the tree line.
The only person that's with us that might be familiar with this area is Ataz.
Is who?
Ataz?
Ataz. He might be familiar, he might not.
I'll ask him. Hey, Ataz, is that structure familiar to you?
No, I've never seen it before. I only just started coming out here because this was the best spot to summon
death.
elementals.
Summon death to destroy things. Yes, I get it.
It's safe. It's in the middle of the wilderness, and the magical flows of energy meet up very well up here. I don't know. I don't understand why. They just do.
Let's dig into that a little bit. The mountains are a very good source of magical energy. That makes me think when we leave the mountains, we're going to be leaving his conduit of power, so he might not even be able to summon the elementals.
Not necessarily. It just means that it might be easier for him up here.
Hmm.
Let's go check out that tower, I think.
You want to go check that tower
I
out?
think that is the answer to our problems. Climb down the mountain, check out the tower, set up a beacon, communicate with the elves, and let them know that we are at a tower. Meet us here. You'll be able to see it. It's pretty tall.
Tower
Does
crashers.
that sound fair, guys?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
so-
really best.
Here.
Scott, real quick, should
Yo.
I be at all thinking about improving Smoking's character sheet to our current abilities?
Yeah, more or less. You can put her at party level.
Same thing with Vapine.
If you had a character sheet for him, I don't know. Yeah, that's
I
fine
don't have
too.
a character sheet for him.
Oh,
Well, with
so
Smoking, I can just go into Party Down in the Depths and bump it up.
yeah, and
And we'll
I
just,
think Sean will have to move that over.
No, you should be able to do it. You should be able to import and
Oh.
export into the
Oh,
character
okay.
thing. If you can't, let me know.
But yeah, I don't have a sheet for vaping or smoking, so do what you can with those.
Okay. So let's head down the mountain.
Sure. So how are you gonna head down the mountain? There's
Is-
the southern path that you didn't check.
Well, we know we
the
need to
southern
go
path-
north to get to this
Right.
tower.
But think about it. I mean, you're on a mountain path. Paths aren't going to be directionally one way.
Right. Well, I figured they'd be on one side and they'd kind of crisscross down, assuming
Yeah,
we're at
but-
the very top.
No, you're not at the very top, but you're on a plateau basically. You're on a peak.
Okay. Is there not a path? Okay. Well, let's go down the south path then. I think that makes sense.
Sure.
It's the
Yeah,
only-
sure.
If it's the way,
It's one of the ways.
or
The only way.
it's the way down the mountain. That sounds like that's the way we're going.
okay. Apparently, I get 2 more favored terrains and another enemy.
Dragons and deserts.
So, well, that's
That's meta.
that's a little meta. So you
Seems
can
like-
you can think on that.
Like a pretty natural choice.
Yeah.
Wizards. Wizards is a favorite enemy. I think you wanted to scalp some.
I already have humans. It has to be,
You could specialize into Draco Liches.
Just go for whatever the enemy of the day is. That is your new favorite.
Right.
Shifting.
Doppelgangers. Lizard men.
can either do 2 humanoid races as my favorite enemy, or a whole bunch of.
Well, you might as well
But
go.
yeah, as you think on that, let's
Yeah, I'll just keep
let's
going.
yeah, we'll keep going. You work your way down the south path. It wraps around to the south and then back to the east before, eventually after several hours of walking, you find yourself at the base of the mountain and at the more or less the western edge of that Linley Moor little forest area. Basically down here.
Where that purple arrow is.
Yeah, more or less, just kind of on the western side of it.
Okay.
I need to see if I can find like a better world map for just this area. But yeah,
And we know that tower is to the north of us in the Fallen Lands.
to the north, no, it's in this little forest
Oh,
area.
it's in the Lonely Moor.
Yeah, it's in the Lonely Moor.
Did we just put 20 more miles in front of Smoking and Vaping?
Well, you only moved a little bit to the east in terms of total movement. So you basically moved yourself probably down to a better location for them to find you, I would say.
Sounds good.
So yeah, you are down. When you get down, hey, Jeff,
Ah,
roll me a d20.
what? Dude, I'm trying to draw here. Come on now.
That's why you get to roll the dice.
Well.
Well. As the party moves into the forest, don't I have a forest map? I have plenty of forest maps.
Forests and roads.
Is this a good forest map? Yeah, this is a perfect forest map.
Give us the trolls.
As you move into the forest. Actually, no, that's not the right one.
Oh, we fought a satyr there.
You fought a satyr with that one.
Do I still have that flute?
Did I delete it?
No, this is good.
I think I deleted that other map. Well, we'll just go with this one for now.
Look, Tabitha and Peyton are here.
Tabitha, everybody's here.
We caught up to the gang.
It's like, how the hell did you end up over here, guys?
As you come down, so now up on the. Hang on.
The
I'm gonna
beeping is
go
breaking
find that while
this
it's.
internet. And he's gone.
Telling you, there's a mummified corpse walled up that's holding that smoke alarm. That happens all the time,
So,
you know?
dragons in desert?
Is that the name of the game?
I did go with dragons because that actually does make sense with what happened to Waterdeep. I went with Coast though, since she got experience on the coast.
That makes sense.
It's legit. Since she's dating a maritime,
No, Smokey,
god
not
man.
Smokey, not whatchamacallit,
Oh,
Yolanda.
yeah.
I should have petitioned Valkyr to just come fight with us.
He wouldn't have done it.
I mean, it's his world too. He's like, humans, go kill dragons. Haha, have fun.
What? 20 is as high as you can get on it, right?
Say what? 20.
Is 20 or 18 as high as you can get just naturally on an ability?
Well,
I think
you
it
can max
depends.
out at 20, I think.
Yeah, it was capping at 20 for me when I tried to go past 20 just now. Which is why I opted to go for charisma instead. I am a paladin. I ought to at least sink a couple of points into charisma, I suppose.
Stop screaming before I. All right. Where was I? So up is east now, basically. So north is to your left on this map. But you see a bridge over a small river. Very common fare for a little forest.
Are there satyrs about?
No satyrs about as far as you can tell, but they're tricksy little creatures. You see a path that continues to lead to the east. If you would like to continue on, you could.
We go that way.
You go that way. All right, we're gonna flip it back now. Now that we'll keep east to the right.
Do what you gotta do. We're going whatever way is the way.
So as you continue to wander through the forest, Afen, give me a
Yes.
d20. Give me a d20 roll.
All right. Oh wow!
After Eastival did a last kind of ocular pat down of the area, he deduced that So it felt like something was following them, but it couldn't quite place it. And as the party moved on, Hafen did an ocular pat down to the area, and he's just like, "Yeah, you're like, yeah, feels like something's following us, but we're not quite sure." But as you continue on, you work your way into a lightly forested area, and you find yourself in front of a tavern in the middle of the forest.
All right.
Oh.
Is it Edwin?
No,
Damn it.
no. It is tokens that I already have multiple of. So this is a regular up is north, down is south. So just to keep it simple.
Is it an inn in the middle of the forest, and it's the only standing structure?
It's the only standing structure that you've seen since you have entered several hours ago.
This is a trap. I want
All
to.
right. Tavern.
Okay, she's done if you want to move her.
Ready?
Yeah.
I don't actually know if I'm still in that game. I am not still in that game. I left it. No, wait, maybe I didn't. I
So
did.
as you approach the tavern, you notice, the lights are on from the inside. You see people shuffling about inside. Doesn't look like too terribly many. It looks like a very nice and worn area. Looks like there's a lot of travel through. I see Eastaval is making the rounds on the building.
Who wants to go in?
I don't want to do an ocular pat down. I want to do a physical pat down. I want to touch the door and make sure it's real.
That's what I'm doing right now. I've literally gone along the exterior of the building and I've just touched,
Just kind of just dragging your hand along the wall as you walk around.
looking for illusionary walls.
Mm.
I'm tapping it with the pommel of my
Yeah,
sword.
because you got to hit it to make the illusion go away, right?
Exactly.
That's pretty smart. Nope. As far as you can tell, this is an inn in the middle of the woods.
It's real.
Does it have a sign over it that says the name?
It does. It says it's the Prancing Pony.
Dug deep for that one, didn't you?
Not the chittering chipmunk.
The squalid squirrel.
Squalid squirrel.
The fetid ferret.
So this inn, there is no way that this freestanding structure is like legit in the middle of the forest with nothing around.
Okay.
It's got to be a mimic.
The entire 50
The
plus
whole
foot
building.
structure. It's all of a sudden the mouth just gapes, so it's
It's like you've discovered me.
How you know they just don't have a good business model in there?
I guess they have a monopoly in this forest. There's a dead
They-
lizard.
I don't know. I'll knock and poke my head in.
sure. As you approach, you notice the door is open.
Oh, good.
There's no knocking required.
Saloon doors?
More or less. Just a door that opened very easily.
Hmm.
And then
He
bit
knocked
down.
and it just whoosh.
Well, I was trying to show them that I wasn't suspicious, but now I'm suspicious.
So he knocks and it opens, and I'm like, I told you, it's a mimic.
As the door opens, the innkeeper says to you, "Hail and well met, traveler."
Hail and well met. So, might I inquire your name? At the threshold of the door, I haven't crossed in.
Just
name-
in case it's a mimic.
The innkeeper. My name is Amelia. I'm the proprietor of the Prancing Pony out here in the Lonely Moor.
I'm gonna look to Armin. Yolanda. I look at Yolanda. All right, I'm gonna just walk in. I walk in and take a seat next in front of Amelia.
Sure. So you sit down at the bar.
Yes.
She's like, "What'll I get for you, stranger?"
What do you recommend?
Well, nothing more than some of the ale that we brew here, specially in the Lonely Moor.
Well, let's get some ales for me and my friends.
Who have stayed outside.
We're still outside.
They're
Your friend, you're the only one here. You're the only one here that I see, friend. She
I'll
says.
walk in.
they're out smoking, I think.
Okay.
I'll walk in. I wouldn't let a comrade wander in alone.
I'm friendly.
We'll just go.
Armin, care for an ale?
I don't know if I trust. Sure, yes.
I'm doing a GHB check behind the bar.
A what check?
I want to check and make sure she doesn't have any GHB back there.
What is GHB?
Okay, right.
Ah,
I kind of want to do an ocular pat down on the people in the room.
Sure.
I want to I don't think they're real. This is
You
all an
don't think-
illusion.
you
I
don't
they're all
think
made
they're
of
real.
wood.
That or they're all vampires or something.
Okay, sure. Well, as Amelia hands Hafen a few rounds of the ale, you travel around the room and I guess look at the people closely.
I go over there with some drinks and I say, actually, I go over with I get myself a drink and one other drink and I go sit with this elf ranger looking fellow and I say,
Sure.
"Hail and well met, Mr. Ranger." He looks like a ranger.
Yeah.
Ranger Rick.
All the tokens that I had. He's hail and well met. What brings you out this far into the forest?
We got lost.
You got lost, but there's only one path from the desert to the mountains.
And yet we find ourselves in an inn in the middle of the woods with nothing else around.
Well,
This is this not unusual to you?
have you never been in a forest before?
I have been in forests, but typically a town is required for an inn to exist. Financially speaking, there's not much of an
Yeah.
economy going on with just an inn.
The elf laughs as he looks over at Amelia, the innkeeper, and he's just like, "It's self-sustaining. She lives out here. She takes care of it. There doesn't need to be anything else. The passerbys, people going from Everesca all the way to the desert, just stop through here as they go."
Everesca, have we been that? Was that the town we were at before?
No.
Everesca, is that a nearby town?
It's a nearby town, but you can't find it unless it wants you to find it.
Oh, god damn it.
Hmm.
Is it an elf town? Sorry, that sounds rude.
That sounds really rude.
What do you mean can't find it unless it wants us to? That sounds odd. How can a town not want you to find it? Does it not want our commerce? And ignore the tied up dragon man.
You dragged me with.
Oh, him. Don't mind him. He's
Like, Davril, Ataz, and the dragon man are all with us. So,
Well, so you dragged the tied up dragon man into the inn with
yes,
you.
I let him in like a dog. He's on a leash kind of thing, but he's tied up. He can walk.
That changes things.
Oh, great.
That changes things a
Oh,
little bit.
good. I love some
And
problems caused by my own words.
and Amelia says, "What's up with your bound friend there?"
I would say he is a prisoner. He attacked myself and my comrades while we were on the road traveling, and we're trying to find somewhere to jail him.
Well, you're not going to find anything within 100 miles of here.
What about Everesca?
It's 100 miles away.
Well, that's good to know.
Good sleuthing.
I'm so stupid. I figured it out. 100 miles away. Jesus. What is there? Is there? I asked the ranger. Have you seen that tower in the woods, kind of lopsided, falling apart?
I've heard stories of it, but I've never been myself.
Is it nearby?
That's within a day's walk of here.
So you've never seen it, but you know it's a day's walk from here.
I've never been inside of it, is what I'm saying.
Why have you been inside of it? Is it not? Is it unsafe?
There are stories about it, and I do not wish to involve myself in those stories.
I would love to hear about these stories, if you would be interested in telling me. As I look at my character sheet to see how much money I have.
Maybe flash a couple coins.
I'll flip him 5 gold coins as a hey, just tell me. We're on the same page, you and me.
As the gold pieces hit the the table, his hand swipes over him, and they're gone. And he says, "Well, the stories go that it was the personal stronghold of this man named Almvor. They say it was his personal castle. They say that
Omvor.
Yeah, Almvor. I'll spell it if you really need it.
I really need it.
AUMVOR.
Yep, I definitely needed it. AUMVOR.
VOR. Yep, you got it. They say that very unholy things happened within that castle.
I gesture for Sir Isteval to come over. This guy's got a good story about some unholiness. I feel like a paladin and a cleric could go and fix that right up. It was his personal
Stronghold.
Stronghold?
Yeah.
And what was he?
He?
Omvor?
Yeah.
She?
He.
He? What was he?
He was a sorcerer. They say that he's been dead for a long time, though, but an evil aura comes off of that castle. I've gotten close to it, but I have never had the urge to enter it. So I do not know what is inside of it, and I want nothing to do with it.
Has anyone gone in after it? Or gone in that you've mentioned?
To my knowledge, no. But if anybody has gone in, I'm sure that they do not come back out.
There's treasure in there, guys. I gotta go in there.
Maybe we could find something that would help us take down the blue dragon.
Anything would help us at this point.
It's possible.
Thing.
Guy was a sorcerer. Maybe he had something laying around.
I mean, seems logical.
But he says, he follows up with, but you don't want to go there. I feel it's far too dangerous. You can either go back west to the Grey Peak Mountains and take yourself back to the High Forest, or you can continue west into Aranok, into the desert. And he looks Armin over, and he looks over the rest of the party and says, But in your current party outfit, I don't think you would survive long in the desert.
You don't like our clothes?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
That means it's a desert. Have you ever been in a desert for more than a few hours? You need specialized gear. You have to have the right kind of party. You have to know where you're going, or you're gonna get lost. It's a very big place out there.
I do a backflip in my mithril plated gear that's super light. No, I can't do a backflip. That's ridiculous. I would fail that athletics check.
Give me a dexterity.
Saving throw because I'm that bad.
Well, maybe someone would be interested in being a guide.
For the right amount of money?
She said it's only a day's hike from here, right?
About a day's to the castle
tower.
stronghold.
Yeah, that's where we're going next, naturally,
right.
right?
Well, that's up to you.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying to the party. It's like, naturally, we're going there, right?
Absolutely.
Well, that's 2 people for wanting to go. What does the rest of the party think?
You know, Yolanda's always just in for a ride.
Right, but you got to think about that. If it's a day to get there, and you don't know if you're going to be there for very long, and it's a day to get back, that's 2 days, and you're the rest of.
We're still waiting on people, aren't we?
You've already been waiting about a day, roughly.
We could wait here and then go out there.
Could we send them a message to have them
They're-
meet us here?
Scott's
Instead-
breaking up.
Could we send our friends that are in message meet
We
us?
can.
Well, then let's just do that and go hit this tower.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How about we stay here a night to recuperate. We leave Davril, Ataz, and the dragon hostage behind, and we go scope out the tower. And before we go in for the night, send a message off to Smokeen and Vapine and say, hey, we're at this inn. Meet us here. We're going to go check out this tower real quick. We'll be back real quick.
So, who all is going?
My
To
thought
the-
is just
the
the
tower?
4 of us, and we leave
Okay.
the extras at the inn
Sure,
to
okay.
meet Smokeen.
Sure.
And I send a message with sending the night before we go to rest that says,
Okay.
hey. And then the mimic will eat us in our sleep.
Right. Okay, that sounds good. I also say this is a good stopping point for the night.
Okay.
Excellent. The mimic is not going to eat us yet.
Woohoo!
Well, we're inside of the inn. It's already eaten us.
Right.
So
You're
we're
slowly
being-
digesting. It's like the thing in Star Wars. Digesting for 1,000 years.
Well, it means
Yep.
we got plenty of time to leave.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
As we're standing around at the bar, like Sir Eastwell goes to get up and his leg just dissolves and he falls over. Oh God, what happened?
The seat of his,
Like-
the seat of his pants dissolves as it gets up from the chair.
his clothes dissolve. Oh God.
But yeah, so yeah, because I figured you guys would have gone that way.
I mean, you put treasure in front of me.
We
It's pretty
didn't even
low.
put treasure in front of us. We're just assuming there's treasure.
You're just that is true.
Tower of a sorcerer that radiates evil. Low hanging fruit right there.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Nah, we'll just skip that. We can't.
Nah,
we
just-
can't afford the extra day out of our way.
We're waiting on somebody to catch up. You know, we might as well take a quick detour. They'll get here, and we'll get there, and we'll be like, hey, you, got some stuff
Hey.
now.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Cool.
All right. Well, this was a pretty good setup for the next several sessions.
Sweet.
So
We have a small army en route.
basically, you guys are gonna kill that ancient blue dragon if you can find him.
I am still concerned. I feel like we will lose some people doing this
I would love for the party to get lost in the desert.
forever.
Saying is, we keep trying to have like each of us playing 2 people. If one of them dies, we have a backup
You know,
here.
that's
Right.
That's why you
safe
have
bet.
extras, so you can kill one of them off.
You guys are really gearing up to lose some people.
Just pick out which one you like the most, and then, sacrifice the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
We know this is a high stakes fight. The more people we have, the better chance we'll have.
So what happens if Davril dies?
Fuck if I
That
know.
sucks.
That sounds like a you problem, Scott. And then you'll come back and say Azuth has summoned me to pay the price, and I will die also. Right? Or we'll
That time may come sooner than you expect.
We'll see what happens. I'm prepared for whatever Azuth asks of me because I'm sure it will be excellent for whatever plot we have going on.
You never know. What if he asks you to kill another party member?
You do it.
Pick which one you like the best, and then sacrifice the other.
Assign them a point system based off of their personality.
Oh, poor
So,
Smokey.
let's see. That one's a dick. That one's a dick. You can live. If Azuth
Are we
asks
going-
me to execute a party member, then that'll be excellent for the story.
Tough choices, tough decisions.
Armin's slow descent into chaotic evil.
Or just don't and let.
God damn it, not
Right.
again.
I would be. Let's see. There's a thing on my background that says something relevant to this. Those who fight beside me are those worth dying for.
Or worth dying for,
Yes.
not killing off.
Yeah, so you would
Yes,
die.
I would die. I would give up my life before I killed my comrades.
Okay. Sure.
So if he asks me that, then he'll be like, "Oh, fuck you! I'm out.
All right.
Zap me with that lightning."
Hopefully, it won't come to that.
And then I will roll up as Vapine, or I'll pull out that Humblewood thing and make a squirrel person.
There you go.
I like
Summon,
that.
summon the squirrels from the other plane.
That's exactly what I'll do. I'll be one of Delanor's squirrels.
So there's a thing called, what is it called? It's like an undead. And it's an evil sorcerer or wizard that has figured out a way to achieve undead, like lichdom, only instead of becoming a lich, they're basically like an animated pile of worms and
Oh, I thought you were going to say squirrels.
well, that's where I'm going with this. You could have a squirrel version of that.
That sounds amazing.
They just writhe around basically in the rough shape of your body.
A humanoid swarm of squirrels.
You can send them to fetch things. As long as one squirrel is alive, you're still there.
How do they reproduce? How do I get more? Do they just come to me?
They just reproduce. Like,
It's like
Naturally.
mirror image. Naturally. So I'm sitting there and I lose a squirrel arm, and then a bunch of them on my body start going at it to make an more.
as 5 squirrel pups are being birthed, you've got
Or do
the
I like?
self-sustaining thing.
Okay. That sounds interesting.
What's that thing called?
Oh, before I went to sleep, I sent a message to Smokey to meet us here.
Sure. What did you say?
I said, "Yo, we at the Prancing Pony. Meet us here."
Did you tell her how to get there?
I figured she'd know.
The world famous Prancing Pony.
The world famous Brandon.
Yeah, I included that. I included those words. The world famous.
Okay.
I figured she knows. Does she know?
You get a met-
Does she know smoking?
Somewhere in the forest as she walks your way, and her head pops Armin's voice again, going, "Yo, meet us at the world famous Prancing Pony."
How
She
does
stops in her tracks, looks around, and goes, "That motherfucker! What? He can't just take some GPS numbers at me or something, or give me some sort of landmark. I gotta figure this shit on my own." Conveniently, she has learned a spell called Speak with Plants, and as she goes along, she's been talking to the plants about whether or not they've seen these people, and now she starts asking about the world famous Prancing Pony. And whispers go throughout the trees, giving her directions towards the world famous Prancing Pony. Like the wind. Hustle.
That is a one shot we should do. Smoking.
I'm
All right,
verbally
well,
one-shotting it.
We're definitely good for the night. So I know there was no combat, but it was a lot of setup for a lot of future combat.
We gonna kill a dragon.
No,
Yep.
no combat's not always a bad thing.
Yeah. I just figured with the whole, basically the elemental combat was the entire last session. So
That was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I will see y'all next week.
yeah, definitely.
Yes.
All
You can
right.
finish before I
So-
have to get ready.
We are in downtime. So
Uh-oh.
if
What?
anything wants to happen, you're free to try.
Yeah, you haven't been streaming this whole game, Sean.
Have I not?
No. I went to check and it just wasn't
It
doing
says
anything.
It is right now.
Weird. Every
What?
time I tried, it wouldn't let me, but maybe it was trying to go back to the original. Yeah, I guess it is on.
I'm gonna hit stop then. Bye, internet.